Chase, 3 points in the bag to start Atlantic 10 play. How happy were you with the pockets of play this afternoon, evening?
Yeah, I mean, I think we responded well. It's always big to get 3 points in this conference. We know it's massive to take care of your home games, and I think we did that today. And I give the guys a lot of credit. They battled hard. St. Bonnie's is a good team. We knew that coming in, but we did what we needed to do to make sure we got the result.
We've talked about non-conference play, but obviously to a degree, because this is a conference game, it's a new season in that respect. How did they turn the page and just focus on self and focus on unit?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's sticking to the principles. It's understanding who we are as a collective, and I think we got a little away from that in the first half, and it was just a good moment at halftime to remind, maybe make a tweak or two with some of our tactics and in our defense. And I think once that happened, you really saw things take off.
Felt like the ball was on the head so much leading up to that goal. 2 assists off the head to Jackson. Just what did you like about that kind of starting the day off?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's one of those games where, again, you just get to see a team that's finding ways to score goals in different ways, and I think that's a big deal. Again, we've talked about this group. We don't really have one superstar necessarily, but we have a good collective, good group of guys, and again, I think that type of goal reflects that.
Ashwin's been hungry to find the back of the net, and he finally did it tonight. Just what did you make of his ability to find the goal and how that really ratcheted up his play?
Well, Ashwin's been a tremendous player for us, and I think he showed that tonight, his ability to affect both sides of the ball.
Miles was a kid, even when the pockets weren't going well, he was getting himself in there on set pieces to set back the run of play and got rewarded in the second half with the goal. How much maybe was that a sign that the hard work pays off and how he's fit in with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think Miles is a perfect example of trusting the process and understanding your strengths and weaknesses, and he executed to a T exactly what we were looking for.
You don't necessarily want to learn a lesson, so to speak, but you learned a little bit of a lesson with the last pocket of play there that led to the loss of the clean sheet. Just how, in those moments, do you kind of use those as coachable moments and learn from that?
Yeah, I mean, again, we talk all the time about the guys coming off the bench have to make sure that they keep the standards high, and I think for basically every game we've had this year, they've kept the standard where it's at, if not lifted it, and then they've been a tremendous group. Today, I think we took our foot off the gas a little bit in that last 15. That hurt us, but ultimately, again, it is a learning moment. It is something that we'll need to bounce back from, and again, we're going to focus on the positives from today and keep moving forward.
You put a lot of trust in Alex Posada, true freshman there on the back line. What is it about him that just impresses you?
I think he plays older than he is. I think he's got just the experience. He plays like a veteran. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing for him. And you can just count on him to be there. He's going to do things right most of the time, which is all you can hope for, I think, at this level. Is just making sure that you just executing to your principles, as much as possible, close to 100% as possible. And I think he does that for us.